Hi there, this is my end of June update video, and I'm going to start with my two new acquisitions. The one on the right is Phalaenopsis amboinensis, and the one on the left is Bulbophyllum harbrotinum. And it's currently in spike at the moment and in bud. So these are my Ascocentrum crosses. I followed Rhyncholaeliocattleya's lead and put a tray of water under each of the baskets. Hopefully it will help with the humidity as the weather gets a lot warmer. My Ascocentrum ampullaceum crosses christensonianum has grown a lot of roots now, and the flower spike, well, what I thought was a flower spike has completely aborted, so I'm just gonna wait for next year for it to bloom. My Schomburgkia schultzei is still growing its new growth. It's putting out new roots, which is great. My RLC Chian-Tzy Goldenorange, its new growth is actually very small compared to the old growth. The leaf is tiny, although there's something inside. I don't know if it's a sheath. Well, it might be a sheath, but I don't think anything will come out of that. We'll see. My LC Supersonic Striking Lip is doing pretty good. It's opening its leaf. I don't know if it's my imagination, but my Vanda lamellatta looks like its new leaf is growing, or has grown a little bit. My Aerides flabellata has a new leaf there. Not sure if I mentioned that last time. My Aerides houlletiana also has a new leaf coming, which is great. So the flowers on my Ascocentrum ampullaceum are dying off now. Not much going on. It has two new leaves growing on its growths. So this is my Rhynchorides Bangkok sunset. It's had this new leaf growing for some time now. It's kind of just stopped, so I'm not sure what's going on here. And it hasn't really grown any new roots either yet. Hasn't even branched out any roots from its existing roots. My Ascocentrum miniatum is doing okay. Its root still has a growing tip, and that new leaf there, I think it's slowly growing, but it's taking its sweet time. Not much going on Vanda cristata. I think the new leaf also is growing a little bit more. No new roots yet. So this is my SLC World Vacation Shibuya sunset. It has pretty good root growth now, and I think its new growth has stopped, but I think that's a new leaf inside. It's very tiny compared to the other growths, but I think I'm more concerned with the roots. As long as it can grow more roots, then it'll eventually get bigger, so I think that's okay for now. This is my Brassavola cucullata. It has this new growth. I was told it's supposed to bloom this summer, so hopefully it blooms. I have this new growth on my Dendrobium NOID. It's supposed to be the same as my Dendrobium super ice, but the flowers are white. I'm not sure, we'll find out. So I repotted all my Masdevallia pieces. Well, I had one piece in a glass and I had the rest in semi-hydroponics. And the problem with semi-hydroponics is, well, I didn't have any roots, so it wasn't stable in the pot and I wasn't able to stabilize it. So I just decided to put everything together, and I'm using a rock wool just to see how that goes. And yeah, not much to say at the moment because I just did it recently. It does have some new growths, but it had that before, so yeah. This Neophoenicia has a new leaf. This is my FDK After Dark Esfio Black Pearl, and it's growing pretty well. I had to move it to the top shelf because I didn't have any room at the bottom. It has a ton of sap on the leaves. I'm not sure what that means, but I'm just going to leave it for now. And my RLC Little Toshi is growing its new growth, which is great. Hoping this one will bloom this time. And this is my Ascocentrum Pusillum. There you go. It's growing another new leaf, even though the other leaf hasn't finished growing yet. Or maybe the other leaf just stunted, I'm not sure, but it's growing, so that's good. My Cloacia Grace Dunn has grown quite a bit, but I was hoping it would kind of fatten up at this point, but it hasn't done that yet, so I'm not sure what's going on. My Epidendrum Josephii is here. The flower spike is finally dying, so maybe it'll start growing a new growth this time. Actually, I see something there growing. That might be a new growth. So this is my Dendrobium NOID. It's not doing great. I'm not sure why. So this pseudobulb is yellowing and it's being depleted. And this one actually is also being depleted at the top. You can kind of feel like it's getting soft. That's a bit worrying. So currently there's only 2 good pseudobulbs, this one and this one, which are still green. I'm not sure if it's because of the rock wool. I would suspect that that wouldn't be it, but I have another plant which I'll show you later, which is not doing well. It's also in rock wool. Or it might just be because I repotted it and it just doesn't have any, or doesn't have much roots now, so I'll just be patient at the moment. So this is my Catasetum saccatum. As you can probably tell, the leaves look terrible. I'm not sure what has caused it. I moved it outside because I didn't want it to spread to my other plants. At first I thought maybe it was spider mites, so I sprayed it with a horticultural oil, but it hasn't done much better. Yeah, I'm not really sure what's going on. It might be a bacterial infection, but then usually with bacterial infections it's more of a soggy, kind of wet brown spot. This is kind of dry. If anybody knows what this is, please leave a comment at the bottom and tell me your thoughts and if there's any way to fix it. I'm sure there's a way, but I don't know at the moment. This is my Dendrobium kingiatum. It's in spike. I think it's a bit off season. I'm not sure why it's blooming now, but it seems like it will be blooming soon, so that's good. So one thing I changed in my computer room was I put some foil behind or in front of this light here. And the reason I did that was because my Gongora and my Sanhopia over there, they're able to detect the light, so the growth is going this way, which I don't want. Although it's a little bit too late now since it's growing that way, but in the future I don't want more pseudobulbs to go that way. I want to kind of follow the same direction as the current growths. Yeah, still on my Sanhopia, its new growth is doing pretty well. On my Gongora, this one is drying out for some reason. At first I thought it was too much light, but I think this is just a weak pseudobulb, so it didn't grow that much, or it wasn't able to mature. And this one is the same. It hasn't changed much since last time. I think it's fattening up at the bottom there though. And my Phalaenopsis with the purple spots, not much happening. It has nice new root growth, which is great. But I'm hoping for a leaf. At least a new leaf would be nice. My Bulbophyllum fascinator is still growing its growth there. And my Bulbophyllum silowacii is maturing its growth. One of the blooms on my Phalaenopsis fimbriata is fading, so I've turned it around so I can enjoy the other bloom. Not much going on with the roots or any new leaves or anything like that. My Sanhopia nigroviolacea Batman is doing pretty well. It's growing 2 growths. It had 2 growths when I bought it, but it's maturing nicely now. This one I thought it could possibly be a flower spike. Is actually not a flower spike, so yeah. My Pedangus dactyloceras is still in bloom. My Rhinanthera monachica has a new leaf. This is my Dendrobium cruentum. It's doing pretty awesome actually. It has 2 buds and I think another bud is coming. So there's one bud there, and this one's starting to open actually. There's another nubbin right there. Yeah, its growths are maturing, so I'm very happy with this one. So after a long time of no activity, my Dendrobium cariniferum finally has a new growth coming out, so that's great. These are my Dendrobium superice. The leaves on this one are yellowing for some reason, and this one seems to be doing pretty okay, so yeah. My Dendrobium antenatum crossed with Streploceras is maturing its new growth. So the bud on my Dendrobium bracteosum is maturing, so it should bloom fairly soon. What I initially thought was another bud is actually a keiki. I'm not sure if I showed this last time, but I actually repotted this in rockwool and hydroton. And when I was doing that, this part broke from this part. Basically, as I was cleaning it up, this part was dangling. I thought it would hold on, but it didn't. It broke off, so now I have two separate plants. It's a little bit disappointing because now this is a bit weaker since it doesn't have these pseudobulbs attached to it, but I'm hoping something will come out from these pseudobulbs, but I'm not sure. This NOID Phalaenopsis has a new leaf. This Aerides punctata has a new leaf on it. This is my Coryanthe speciosa. There's a new something growing there, not sure what that is yet. So this is my Dendrobium NOID. It has a bunch of new roots, which is great. I'm still waiting for this guy to get a lot taller or bigger. It kind of seems like it's stuck. I don't know if it just needs more time or if it's not going to get any bigger. I'm not sure at the moment. This is Dendrobium bellatilum. It's this pseudobulb. The newest one is fattening up, which is great. And this is my Sophrolaeliocattleya fimbriata. It's maturing its growth. Anyway, that's my video for today. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you have any advice on my Cataseum saccatum, please put it in the comments below and I'll take a look and try to apply it. Anyway, thank you for watching and I hope you have a great day. See you next time. Bye.